in Fort Langley and we're here to check around and see what's going on.
Okay.
You sure did. Now, did you have the tight?
So here we are in Fort Langley in the Birthplace of BC gallery, and we've just stumbled upon an artist here, and your name is?
Amanda Jones.
Amanda Jones.
Yeah.
And actually we were admiring her work in another art gallery across the street.
Yes.
The antique one. I think it's called Country Lane.
Yes.
Yeah, we quite like it. It's rocks and a beach scene.
Probably something from the West Coast, which is the favourite subject matter of mine, and all country.
How many years have you been painting?
I've been painting since I was 12.
Have you?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so quite a long while. Seriously, since about 91.
But it's all landscapes now.
I paint landscapes, yes. I love the landscapes.
You know,
this is a little Stanley Fox seawall painting that I'm working on.
You know what? I'm really attracted to your work, and I have another artist that I carry that actually she paints very similar to you, so that it makes you know, art galleries
Speaks to you.
But the art dealers are just as victim as buyers are to pick the same faces time and time again. And her name is Tatiana. She paints.
Tatiana Popovicki.
Yes.
I know her.
Oh, then well, then in your are you a member of the federation?
Yes.
Yes. Well, then you'll know her, and
Yes.
she'll know of me, and she'll probably say, "Oh, yes, she did this with me too."
Ah,
so
okay.
now you have a little
There's
bit
the
of credit.
common bond.
Yeah, and now you won't be too upset now that I come in and totally cash it on your second year. But I actually saw your work and I thought, oh, this would be lovely to have an opportunity to meet you.
Yes. Oh, well, wonderful.
So are you an acrylic painter or an oil?
I'm painting now in acrylics. I'm loving and really enjoying the acrylic work. It's very versatile. You can paint thickly like oil. You can paint transparently like watercolor.
Yeah.
And it's just a very versatile medium. Yeah.
And you don't have the problem with the fumes.
That's right. It's a water-based medium, and they say the good thing about acrylics is it dries fast, and the bad thing about acrylics is it dries fast.
Yeah.
So you have to sort of work quickly with it to be able to blend it and work with it. But I just find it suits me.
Perfectly.
Suits my sort of spontaneous nature, I guess, when it comes to painting. So, yeah, I like it a lot.
She's telling you she's a fast woman.
Yeah, fast. Yes, loose and fast, right?
Yeah, well, your paintbrushes are a little bit loose too.
Paintbrushes, yes, I like to see brush strokes. I like a sort of stylized effect.
Yeah.
And I usually paint a sort of tonal underpainting, and then I start to build the color. So right now I'm starting to build from darks to lights and pulling out the color. But first of all, I like to create the composition with a tonal painting, not worried too much about color. But because I paint a lot in blues and greens, I like to put a lot of warmth underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And then little bits of it sort of come through here and there and give warmth to the whole painting.
So this is your photo reference?
Yes,
taken
this
as
is
well.
my photo reference.
Yeah.
I like to work indoors, so I usually use photographic reference material. But like, for instance, when I paint the West Coast, I've been going to Long Beach for 30 years.
Oh.
And I know it so well. So it's just very emotional for me, and I can paint from the heart and what I know. So.
I love it. I love your style. You have a very strong developed style.
Thank you. Yeah.
And captures the essence of it.
Yes.
Oh, and the mist. Yeah, that's another one down there.
To get some feeling into it is
Yeah.
important to me.
Yeah. And so, Amanda, you feel that you need to frame your works. You don't paint on a gallery profile canvas.
I tried it.
Yeah?
Last year I did a diptych of a sunset, 2 big sunset paintings on a nice 2-inch deep wrap canvas. And they sold, but the people wanted it framed. Last year on the 10th anniversary we had a big painting competition, a 3-hour competition.
Really? Oh.
So we were all put in spots with you could choose whatever size canvas you wanted. It could be primed, just with one color.
Yeah.
And they started the timer, and 3 hours later we had to have it framed and on the wall in the gallery. And then it was judged by, I think it was 10 different clients of the gallery. So not really artists.
Actually, but that's actually, that would be even more interesting to have the, you know what, because artists like art, And but not necessarily does it sell. That has been my experience. Like artists go, oh, I love this. This is really well executed.
That's an artist point of view.
Yeah, that's right. And it may not be marketable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the public have a totally different set of likes and dislikes.
And did all of those works sell, by the way?
No.
Mine did. Oh, did you? Oh, of course yours did. Of course.
And no, not many of them did.
Yeah. Well, it also depends, doesn't it, on how, what reputation
Do you know what?
you have?
What I think affected that was that some artists paint very quickly.
Yeah.
Some artists, like Alan Wiley, it takes them a long while. It's a very detailed type of work. So as a buyer, and they were put up for sale at the regular price. Would you sooner have an Alan Wiley that you spent 3 days on, or would you sooner have one that you spent 3 hours on?
Yeah, see.
So, but if for somebody like myself who paints fairly fast in a fairly loose style,
Yeah.
it didn't affect me too much, it being a 3-hour painting.
I think it also probably had to do with the fact they like your style.
Yes,
and,
maybe,
yeah,
yes. But,
well, if you've been doing it for 30 years too.
yes, it helps. Experience.
Yeah, you definitely got some talent.
Yeah.
But this is really interesting to come upon you, because we saw your work, and then more importantly, you know, to interview Tatiana and showcase a work. I'm not kidding. Very similar of her in the painting and something like this. Yeah. Yeah, that's so weird.
Wonderful.
Oh well, I'm glad that
Thank you.
I'm sorry to maybe distract some buyers
Not
from
at
doing
all.
it.
Not at all. I don't think you're distracted.